We're thrilled to have back here on the show, reappearing. It's been a while, though. The Unicorn airs tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS. We've had Walter Goggins and Rob Corddry on to talk about it. And once again, Omar Miller back here on the show. How you been, sir?
What's up, man? Oh, I've been good. I got 2 world championships in the City of Angels. Life is good.
I know. I think the last time you were here, we looked it up because that's what we do because we're professionals. It was about a year ago, and you were nervous about the Dodgers Nationals, and rightfully so, as it all turned out.
It turns out. Who knew?
But yeah, you saw that one coming. But I mean, this year the Lakers Dodgers double dip has got to be something for you, obviously.
Oh, it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. And I'm not even a Lakers fan, but the city's been through so much, man. Earthquakes and fires, obviously the pandemic being botched and the whole song and dance. And it was clutch for the guys to come through. So shout out to LeBron James and shout out to the best player in baseball, Mookie Betts, regardless of whatever MVPs they want to give out and this, that, and the other. There's one key factor that was different between last 3 years and this year, and it's a man named Mookie Betts manning right field who beat every team in a different way. It's incredible to watch if you really know baseball.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's linger here, not only because I just love talking about Mookie Betts, but my colleague across the way, Chris Brockman, is a Red Sox fan who laments his departure every single day. So,
thank you.
Omar, come on, man.
But I mean, I think you're referring to that throw he made from the right field foul pole to third base in Arizona during a regular season game. And then, I know, again, Corey Seager was the MVP of the World Series, and rightfully so. But that final game of the World Series where Betts was the one who immediately made the Rays pay for taking Snell out of the game by setting up 2 runners in scoring position, allowing the tying run to score because of a wild pitch, and then scoring on a hot smash to first, might be the only guy on the team who've been able to do that, pretty much.
Well, here's the thing. And I know I'm here to talk about the Unicorn, but
no.
Whenever I
we'll
get a
get to
chance,
that.
I got to talk. Oh, yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
And let me tell you, the truth of the matter is, if you watch in between the game, in between the stat lines, Mookie Betts wins you every game. And it's not just the throw from right field. It's the leaping catches that he makes. It's the positioning where he is and the jumps he gets on the baseball. It's helping Cody Bellinger out at center field. It's running the bases properly because it's not all about speed. That's why he's able to score from third, because he gets the proper secondary lead. He works counts. He then, in turn, from working counts, makes Corey Seager get pitches that he wouldn't have gotten. The guy affects change in every single way that you can. Some of it shows up in the box score. A lot of it doesn't, and you kind of have to have a trained eye to see how he's affecting the game.
And obviously, you as a Dodger fan would know, Omar, that very rarely do you sit in a rocking chair from the 8th inning on, with the bullpen. But the fact that and I don't mean that. I mean that seriously. That the bullpen. I know Urias was clutch in many ways, but the fact that Betts provided the insurance run in that game 6 with a solo shot on top of everything that we're talking about. I'm totally with you, man. I mean that he's
and we got him for a dozen years. Can you believe it?
Brockman shaking his head over there.
You're bad, man. You guys can't let the best player in baseball walk. You insane. He already won you World Series. Maybe even 2.
Yeah, Omar, I'm aware.
That one.
I'm aware. I know what happened.
But thank you. From Beantown to ours. Now we're Titletown.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, I know. And it was neat to see Kershaw, right? Celebrating like that, Omar?
I'm so happy for that guy.
Right.
I'm so happy for him. He's such a good person. Everybody that, interacts with him, you can see it and feel it from the word go. And, for him to be constantly stigmatized as though he wasn't clutch. And honestly, he pitched you 2 big games in this World Series. And the guy has had to shoulder the team for so long for him to finally get some help and to not have his pitches being, tipped by electronics and BS. It's great for this dude to now get to celebrate so he can take his rightful place in generational, celebration, because he's a once-in-a-generation pitcher.
Omar Miller here on the Rich Eisen Show. And in terms of your previous work, we will get to the Unicorn in a second. Although I guess we are talking about a unicorn in Mookie Betts right now. That in terms of people you've worked with in your career, who's been the Mookie Betts who's like perfect at everything that you've worked with?
Ooh, wow, that's a tough one.
Well, I've got some choices for you, just off the top of my head here. Okay, so you've been in 8 Mile, so obviously you've been around Marshall Mathers, you've been around Eminem, right?
Yep.
Ballers, you've been around The Rock, and then my choice, you've been around David Caruso, CSI Miami, right, Omar? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. These are, if we're gonna go through those three,
Yes.
I haven't heard either Caruso or Dwayne drop a hot 16, so you probably have to lean on Marshall if we're talking about somebody who can do it all.
Yes.
But
yes.
I got a wild card in there for you.
Please.
Because in all honesty, Benicio del Toro can do it all, man. Dude can do comedy. I've worked with him on a film called Things We Lost in the Fire.
Okay.
And he can do it all. And keeping it super 100, it might be the guy I work with every day now in Walton Goggins.
I love that guy.
Because
yes,
you could see him be one way on the Unicorn. He's another way on the Righteous Gemstones. He's a serial killer on the Justified.
Yeah.
He played the transgendered woman on Sons of Anarchy. You have nothing but options. This guy's really talented. I feel a pretty good fantasy entertainment.
Yes,
squad,
yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we had Walton here as well. And my kid went against his kid in a pony baseball league game a couple of years ago here in Los Angeles. He's just a regular dude too, just a dad. I mean, just in real life too. I mean, that's not a bad choice, Omar. That's not a bad choice.
He's a sleeper. See, you'll get him for cheap, but he'll overperform.
That's in your daily fantasy. That's in your daily fantasy, right?
Exactly.
That's in your daily unicorn fantasy. Fantastic.
Keeper league, we got to go with a younger guy.
Yeah,
we got to get some youth if we're doing a keeper fantasy.
I love it. So the unicorn is back tonight, right? So these are all you shot these during the pandemic, right? Is that when you did as well? So these are all new.
Oh man, we're shooting them now.
Shooting them now, right? Okay, so you're shooting these now. Okay.
Yeah, and it's rough. The COVID protocol is real, man. I tell you, I go to the grocery store, I go here, I go there, and people are on my helmet about having something new to watch.
Right.
Makes me feel like a version of an essential worker because everybody's worn out their Netflix queue, their Amazon queue, and they're looking for new. And we got it for you on the Unicorn. So the show's been really well received. They did the really smart thing and put the first season available to binge on Netflix, and now the new season's available only on CBS and CBS All Access. And, our show is super relevant now, even more so than before, because we're dealing with grief and loss and moving forward in your life with hope and optimism via community, via the family that you choose, which are your friends. And with the pandemic and all of the crises that are going on financially and every other way, it's extremely relevant to help people deal.
It's a neat show on CBS tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Season 2 premiered last Thursday, so we're off and running in that second season. And then I'm reading the card that's been placed in front of me about everything else that's going on with you, Omar. I was unaware that there's a Lego Star Wars holiday special coming up on Disney Plus. That's on right now.
It's out now.
It's out right now.
It's out.
I'm all in. I did not know that. I got to get on that with my kids. We got to get on that. That's fantastic.
Let me know what you think. People, so far this has been really, really well received. I don't know. This voiceover thing is new to me, but they've welcomed me with open arms, and
fantastic.
Now I'm doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie for Netflix. We're doing this thing. Got some other stuff up my sleeve. It's been a really tough year. And then it's been a really blessed year in other ways.
Well,
I try to look at the positive.
I'll get on that. My kids love Lego Star Wars. And then do I need to have my head on a swivel and see your footsteps coming that you and your brother have what's called an unfair and partial sports podcast called The Ozone? Do I have to worry about
completely unfair?
You?
Completely partial. No, we're not on your level, Rich.
Okay.
We're having a good time. We're talking about Mookie Betts. We called him the best player in baseball before he won this last championship. We talk a lot of boxing, and we're having a good time. And you're welcome to come on our podcast, Rich.
Anytime.
And you're our high fantasy draft when it comes to guests.
I appreciate that. I would love to return the favor and do home and home. Although, as we wrap up this conversation, on behalf of my colleague, Chris Brockman, who is stinging from all of this Mookie Betts talk, the Rich Eisen Show staff has found several photographs of you, Omar, wearing other hats than just a Dodger cap. We have a shot of you in a Yankee lid, a Detroit lid, a Braves lid. These are all from red carpets. They appear. Also, it appears you're wearing a full Washington Nationals uniform. That reeks of All-Star game material. That's All-Star game.
That was
Celebrity All-Star.
That was for the Wounded Warriors.
Okay,
that was for the Wounded
so
Warriors.
that's for a cause. What about the other? What about the other lids that you're wearing casually in real life? Are you Fugazi or True Blue? What's going on?
It's fashion. It's fashion. It's design. Hold on a second. Don't question my loyalty to the Dodgers. I have a story for that. And the truth of the matter is, my brother, who's my podcast co-host, Terry Miller, was drafted by the Dodgers and done dirty by the organization way on back in the early 90s. So I had a bone to pick with them. And what happened was we actually started working with Don Mattingly when he was the head coach of the Dodgers and the Dodgers Foundation and thus the Kershaw Foundation. Yes. And that's what brought me around.
Okay. So
brought me back home.
So you and the Braves lid and the Yankee lid, which, I appreciate, and the Detroit Tiger lid, that's for fashion. That's just like because it matched or it made you feel good about what you were as an ensemble on the red carpets that we see this. Is what you're saying?
The Detroit lid, a lot of times that was a nod to 8 Mile, which springboarded my career.
Correct.
So I definitely owe the city of Detroit a lot.
All right.
Detroit stand up. The Bravos, when I was a kid, I used to love John Smoltz and watching Ron Gant out there.
Okay.
But these are fashion choices. You show me at the games. Show me front row waving the Dodger flag with Kareem at the World Series. This is what you need to focus on.
Hold on a second. Kareem as in Adbul-Jabbar? Is that who you're dropping
as
on me?
As in the captain, as in the all-time leading scorer, as in the greatest basketball player of all time. That Kareem.
That's a very large name to just drop on the way out the door, Omar. That's impressive.
Listen, you tried to come at me, Rich. like my fandom was suspect. I got to go with the heavy hitters here.
Always enjoy our chats, Omar. Thanks for having the moment to call in here. I'm more than happy to appear on your pod with your brother, and we'll be watching the Unicorn on CBS tonight and every Thursday at 9:30 Eastern Time. Thanks for the call.
All right, fellas. Have a good one.
You got it. That's Omar Miller, at Omar Benson Miller on Instagram, at Omar Miller on Twitter. Always fun talking to Omar.